Get out, or I'll drag you out myself. The words exploded from Harold's mouth, shattering the silence of my living room. I stood frozen in my navy morning dress, the weight of yesterday's funeral still clinging to me. My heart pounded as I watched Harold's nephews, Ethan and Caleb, haul away my late husband's favorite leather armchair, the one he used to sit in every morning with his coffee, reviewing patient case files. "You don't belong here," I said quietly but firmly, cutting through the chaos. Harold turned to me, his face twisted into a smug grin. "This is our family's legacy, sweetheart. Blood only. Daniel's gone. You're nothing to us now. My name is Lauren Mitchell. I'm 35, and until yesterday, I thought I knew my place in this world. I had been married to Daniel Mitchell for 7 years, a kind, brilliant pediatrician in Charlottesville, Virginia. We built a beautiful life together in a cozy craftsman home his great-uncle left him, a home filled with laughter, love, and shared dreams. But now, just one day after laying Daniel to rest, I came home from my brother's house to find the locks changed and the Mitchell family treating my home like their personal storage unit. I stood there, helpless, clutching our wedding album as they tossed it onto the porch like trash. "Daniel would hate this," I whispered. Harold scoffed. "Daniel's dead. He was too soft on you. We warned him you were only after the family fortune. That game's over now." The words stung like poison. Memories came rushing back. 7 years of strained holiday dinners, pointed remarks, whispered conversations that stopped when I entered the room. I had endured it all for Daniel, who always swore they'd come around. Now, Ethan reappeared from inside the house. "Most of her stuff's out, Uncle Harold. What about the dining set?" "Take whatever's worth keeping," Harold snapped. "She's got until dusk to grab the scraps." That was it. Something inside me hardened. They thought I was powerless, but they had no idea what Daniel had done for me, what he had prepared. From the beginning, his family never accepted me. I was a social worker from a modest background, the wrong type in their eyes. Daniel was a respected doctor from a line of Ivy League graduates and country club memberships. To them, I didn't fit. I remember our first dinner together. Margaret, Daniel's mother, looked me over and said flatly, "She's dependable." Like it was an insult, the digs never stopped. They'd suggest better matches, ask passive-aggressive questions about my intentions, and remind Daniel that family assets stay in a family. Before our wedding, Harold insisted on a prenup. Daniel hesitated, but I agreed, not because I had to, but because I wanted peace. Inside, though, I was furious at their assumptions. Daniel saw everything. The glances, the isolation, the whispers they thought he couldn't hear. "You could aim higher, son," Margaret once said when she thought I was within earshot. "She's fine, but she's not our kind." He defended me every time, but I saw the hurt in his eyes. Then came the turning point. For months before Daniel died, at a cousin's engagement party, I stepped away to freshen up and overheard something that made my blood run cold. "When Daniel's gone, the house reverts to us, right?" Caleb asked. "She's got no real claim long-term." Harold replied without hesitation. "Spouses get temporary rights. Blood wins. Always has. She'll get whatever trinkets Daniel leaves. Nothing more." They were already planning my erasure. That night, I told Daniel everything. He didn't seem surprised. "Lauren," he said, pulling into our driveway, "I've been working on something. I need to show you." In our den, he pulled out a folder of legal documents. "I've had a will since we got married, but after everything they've said and done, I updated it. My lawyer, Sarah Klein, has all the copies. The house, the practice, the savings, everything goes to you, and I've written a letter explaining why." That letter outlined their cruelty, their schemes, and their belief that I was disposable. It was notarized. Copies were filed with his lawyer and safe. 3 months later, Daniel was diagnosed with aggressive leukemia. 6 months. The doctor said, "Maybe less." Daniel, ever the realist, called Sarah the next day. "We need to finalize everything," he said. As he battled chemo, we finalized his will. We added a no-contest clause. Any challenge would result in complete forfeiture. He refused to let them win. Meanwhile, his family started circling like vultures. "Have you thought about where you'll go after?" Margaret asked one day, her tone sugar-sweet. I just smiled and said nothing. The day before Daniel passed, I overheard Ethan and Caleb already arranging to take over the house in practice. Daniel, weak in bed but sharp as ever, made me promise. "Don't let them bully you. Sarah has everything. Use it." He passed the next morning, his hand in mine. At the funeral, they shoved me to the back pew like I was an outsider. Afterward, Harold cornered me. "You've got a week to clear out. Ethan's moving in." The next day, I returned to find them ransacking my home, throwing my belongings onto the porch. I called Sarah. "They're here," moving my things. "Stay put," she said. "I'm on my way." When Sarah arrived, briefcase in hand, Harold's smugness started to crack. "Mrs. Mitchell," she said calmly, "you're trespassing on Lauren's property." Then she laid out the will. Every single asset, the house, the practice, the savings, was mine. Deeds, signed and recorded. A letter from Daniel, read aloud by Sarah, documented every act of cruelty, every insult, every betrayal. The no contest clause meant they couldn't fight it, or they'd lose everything. By nightfall, they had returned every single item they had taken, including my mother's heirloom clock. The locks? Changed back at their expense. The doctor they contacted to take over Daniel's practice? Never even stepped foot in the building. Word got around quickly. Harold's authority? Gone. Their plan? Exposed. Daniel's family name? Tarnished by their own actions. Daniel's final gift wasn't just money or a house. It was protection. It was vindication. It was proof that I wasn't some temporary outsider. I was his wife, his partner, his equal. And as I stood in our den, holding Daniel's letter, I could feel his strength surround me. He was gone, but his love still shielded me.